Hello Cancer, and welcome to your Astroflower reading going from the 10th to the 16th of April. I've done your monthly reading as well, which you'll find on our channel, and the collective monthly reading as well, which goes under the title of This Message Needs to Be Shared, because it is blinding. It's a really good reading, really enjoyed it. Yeah, go and have a look at it. It may give you a heads up of what's going on in the readings this week, because I've noticed it. We will be clarifying the reading, by the way, with the light Seers cards afterwards as well. But I've been noticing in everybody's reading that around a section there is a different, there's a change in the middle of the week. I think I might be doing something on Sunday to do with that. Just a little reading to see what's happening in the middle of the week next week. But let's go into your reading, Cancer. So this is the overall energy for you. This is the karmic message for your relationship side. This is the karmic message for your material side, business, projects, jobs, that sort of thing. This is how the universe will be influencing your karmic message. This is how your guides will be influencing your karmic message. This is how your guides will be influencing the conversation that is within you and the overall outcome. There is another sort of thing that's coming out in this reading as well. It's this cards here, which is the guides that are influencing your karmic message. They're almost like the stick in the carrot and stick scenario. So this is the sort of thing that's stopping you from going backwards. And the other guides here, that's the sort of carrot as well. That's the sort of bringing it, it's your future self, bringing it towards you. So let's just go into your reading. Thank you very much, Cancer, for being with us and being part of the Astroflower family. I hope you have a lovely reading. Let's just get straight into it here. So the overall energy for you, Page of Swords, bright ideas, also converting those ideas into action, basically. That's what it seems to be like here. There's no sitting around and lounging about for you, I think. I think it's definite, things are, the overall energy here is kind of saying now is the time to put actions into reality, basically. That's what it seems like. Your karmic message on your relationship side. Now, Two of Swords, this came up for Capricorn as well. Let me get a little bit more out of this. I think the choices that you need to make here, and this is the advice I gave to Capricorn, was, or was it Pisces? Could have been Pisces, actually. I do apologize. It's a case of sort of saying, if you feel it, no, it's Capricorn. If you feel it, you know it. And I think this is what this is about here. I think this is a case of, yeah, seeing everything, taking off that blindfold in a certain way, seeing everything is around you. But the guiding thing can be about how you feel it. Yeah, I would also, like everybody, I would look at every other angle in regards to your relationships that are around you. Don't go into something without questioning and stuff like that. But at the same time, I think if you feel it, you'll know it, and therefore live it, sort of scenario. Let's just see what's going on here. You've got the Queen of Swords. So maybe, maybe here, because it's your opposite, maybe it's an opposite case here, because this, the Queen of Swords is basically having complete and utter control over your emotions. That's what it is. Okay, so yeah, so basically within your relationships around you at the moment, you have to choose on, it has to work for you mentally. It has to work with you mentally in regards to your relationship. So this ties into that logical sort of thing, this logical revolution I was talking about in the collective reading. You've got nothing but swords here, I might well just add for the time being. And you've got the Page of Swords and you've got the Queen of Swords. All you need is the Knight and the King, and we've got a full deck, a full royal family. The Queen of Swords, she's got all the elements at her back. So the universe is sort of saying, you know in your mind's eye what you should do. It may seem like a difficult choice. I had a Cancer friend of mine, very good friend of mine, and I told her to follow her gut feeling, and I still believe that. But at the same time, this is on relationships and stuff like that, and I think it's basically, don't mess up the emotions in your mind. Leave the emotions in your body, and don't deep it too much in your mind. Basically, really keep it light as possible. You've got the Ten of Pentacles. So these are the guides that are coming in. They're sort of saying, you've got all the resources. It's almost as if it's sort of saying you're not dependent upon another person to feel or to be brilliant. Cancer, you've got your resources within you and everything you need. You might want to be with someone. That's a completely different thing to needing to be with someone. And your guides here are sort of saying to you, do not settle for second best. Do not settle for, do not, I don't think compromise is in the questions here. I think you've got to be very clear about your where you're going into. Emperor, my word, really, really strong on the relationship side here. And I think if you're like that, if you sort of say to yourself, I'm not going in, I will not suffer fools gladly here. I'm going to be very sort of clear in my mind about what I want out of the relationships. This changing point here, which I was talking about between the 11th and the 21st, gives you, I think, this changing logic in this new world that we're moving into, and we're going into this logical revolution. It's going to put you in a position where you're feeling a lot more secure about yourself, because this new logic, I think, will be much more in tune with you. And when you realize that, the thing that's taking you on in the front, saying, I can own anything. The other thing about the Emperor is it's standing in your power and stuff like that. And this is what I'm saying. The Emperor has an empire, and the empire is you. It's your energy, your field, your depth, or your connection with other people. That is what your empire is. Everything that you have a control over. The moment you realize that, you can also have a look at your dark side, your shadow side and everything like that, which I don't think this is the case here. I think this is a case of just feeling very almost secure within yourself in regards to the relationships that are around you, and being almost frank about it all, whoever Frank is. But just sort of saying, calling a dog in your relationships this week. And it's going to really empower you, make you feel, you're going to fill your boots. It doesn't seem anything disastrous with relationships at all. I was just trying to see if there's anything that's sort of like, anything bad coming out of it. I don't think there is at all. I think a lot of good comes out of it by you taking a certain stance in life. It's almost as if the Two of Swords is protecting that land behind them, and they're doing it blindly because they know that's what they should do. And it may be a case that you should go into that relationship, but you're going to be clear in your mind about it, or or take that relationship to another level. And this could be with your family, this could be with your friends, it could be with your partner, whichever way it is, it's converting those ideas into reality. Let's see what's going on in your financial side or your material side. Page of Cups. We've already got 2 pages here, so it's a learning process that you're going through. The Page of Cups is all about dreams, I guess, in a dreamlike sort of state. It's also believing in miracles. It's knowing that those miracles can happen. It's, reaching for the stars, basically. Almost trying to excel yourself in a way. And exploring all those emotional sides that you can have in regards to your business and your job and your projects. It's getting engaged in, say, like, let's just say you wanted a new car, therefore you got to, you get a pay rise, or you're going for a promotion to get that car and stuff like that. And it's, opening it up, dreaming. And I think it's pretty good for you to sort of learn about how you push your emotions out there in order to get what you want out of life. You got the page, no, not the page, the hangman. Sorry, I was trying to work out what that was for a minute. The hangman. So it's looking at life in a different way, looking at things differently. Maybe it is allowing those dreams to actually come to life, or letting the miracles happen in your life. And it's, it can be a way of lost in your dreams, but I don't think it's that. That's what I don't feel about that. And I think this is where the universe is trying to encourage you to just look at different ways of getting to your hopes, dreams, and aspirations. Temperance. So these are two very patient cards. So in this week here, if you are concentrating on those miracles or those dreams within your life, and also looking at things in different ways and how to get it there, you're going to have to sort of take your time. Don't rush in. And that's almost as like the sticks in front of you, as if to sort of say, no, slow down, slow down, slow down. That's what I see. It feels like it's like, it's almost as if sort of, when I was saying the stick in front of you, I got this message sort of saying, no, it's not that. What it's sort of saying is patience is over. That's possibly what it is. See things differently and patience is over. I think this is that turning point in the middle of the week that I've been seeing on a lot of people's readings. And it's turning from being patient into action. I wouldn't be, if you had something like the Chariot card that comes out for the next one, you're moving on. Yeah, well, your patience is over. I think you're going to find a situation within your work or within your projects or within your business where there's a sort of celebration in a way, because there's a coming together in a logical sense of the well-being, not just for yourself, but everybody else that works around you or within your workspace. It's almost like a solution is being found for a situation according to your money, your jobs and stuff like that. And there's a sort of changing aspect that's coming through you, a development of, of connection with people. And it could be networking by sort of having fun and things like that. 10 of Wands, Capricorn got that as well at that position as well. Your opposite sign. Now, I said for Capricorn, it was a case of accumulating things. I was wondering if it's a similar sort of thing. It's with these ideas, so converting ideas into action. And I think this is more the case where you got to let go of something. There's something there that's it's almost like there's like a beaver's dam. Yeah, so the water's still getting through. It's not really affecting hugely the flow, because the water does naturally go through the beaver's dam. It just slows things down, and that's what that Temperance card was all about. And if you want that joyous celebration, I think you're going to realize by the end of the week that to move into this new paradigm, to move into this logical progression in life. Let me just pull these cards down here. Just make sure you can get everything in view. You've really got to let go of certain things. So if I was like, I wanted to get a new car, and the new car, let's say, was 10,000 to buy. I've got to sell my old car now. I wanted to sell that car for 7,500, and then I'd have 2,500 to, I'd have to take out on a loan. But really, I can only get 6,000. But if I only, if I wait too long and don't sell that car, I can't get that other car, and I never do, and I miss the boat. And I think there's a little bit of that in you. Things need to move on. Things need to move on. I think this week here is a clarification week for you. It's clarifying where you should be going and what you should be doing. Converting ideas into action. Let's just see what's going on with the clarification. Let's see what this one here. We've got the 10 of Wands again. If you want these ideas to come up, you have to let go of certain things. And it's accumulation of things over time. And it could well be possibly something physical. So it could well be a car, a house, that sort of thing. I think more than anything else. I don't think it's emotional. I really think it's physical, and maybe something to deal with there. Okay, let's see what was the karmic message with that. Judgment, rising to your calling. It's an evolutionary moment, and we can see that here, you know, within the decisions in you. You move into the Ten of Pentacles, and then you kind of got everything to actually own the situation. And I think there is no choice. There is a bit of it's a no-brainer, but if you do, this is your karmic message this week, to make that choice, to stand up and live your dream, live who you should be. The Queen of Swords wants the Emperor to come out again. I thought it was I thought it was the King of Swords, King of Wands, but it's not. It's the Emperor. It's reflecting that. It's that clear vision and mind of going to it and knowing, this is it, knowing at the very base of your being that that's where you're heading. That's what you should know, and that's what's going to give you the security there with that ten of Pentacles. You get the 10 of Cups. Like, oh yeah, this is really good. This is a real transition week for you, a real moment of realization week for you with this changing world that is around us. Let's see what's coming out with this Emperor. It'd be amazing if it was the Queen of Hearts, Queen of Cups, sorry. So let's see what's going on. How are you going to step into that power? What's that power going to be about? Okay, well, yeah, power is walking away from complications that no longer serve you. You know, argument, and I just, the only thing I'm getting off of that is because you're standing in your power. It's just like people may come and sort of try and annoy you and try and sort of like, you know, trigger you. And it'd be just more of a case of, don't really have time for that. Sorry, bye. Sort of scenario. Let me just get another clarification on that. Yeah, I think it's, you know, I would lovers. So, I think that's what you got to walk away from, complications, and walk to that. And that is your power in the relationship. And know that within you, because that is what is coming through you. Know it, Cancer. Feel it, you know, feel it, know it, you know, and live it. Okay, let's just see how the clarification is on the sort of financial side. So we got the Page of Cups. There is this degree of the Nine of Wands here. So healthy boundaries, but also, you know, she has got that staff in her hand. She's heading off down a journey. And in order to go down that journey, I think the healthy boundaries is the overladening of on that side of things with that Ten of Wands. I think here is good to dream and stuff like that, but keep it realistic. And that's where this is according to your money, your business, and your projects. But this is where the Hangman comes into play as well. Seeing things differently so you don't repeat the same things that you've done in the past. This is a real opportunity for you to break from the past and open up a beautiful chapter in your life, I think. Yeah, the Knight of Pentacles. So it's talking about the longer term rhythm of things. And you're really turning your back, which seems like it on there, and also on there. You're turning your back on things that just didn't work for you in the past, basically. That may have been pie in the sky, sort of dreams that were sold to you, or too restrictive on your emotional sort of side. Let's just go into that Temperance card. Let's just see what's happening there. Is this a time for changing from patience into action? You got the Hangman. It's repeating this here as well. So yeah, it's no. It is patience. I think if you let things come to you, and I think this is what the celebration is all about. This is where you're heading. But in order to, I think this is where you're going to realise the Page of Cups here is in this cup here. Is in this card here. You're going to realise your happiness and your working in harmony with other people is really important for you. So I wouldn't rush into it and allow those people to come to you. And it will be converting those ideas into reality. So yes, the Ace of Pentacles, a whole bright new cycle within the financial world. It is a seed to be planted as it comes into you. And just seeing things really in a different light. Really see things in a different way. Approach it all in a completely different way. When you do that, You should be able to unladen yourself in order to free yourself up and walk towards ultimate happiness, really. Ace of Cups. Of course, why not? That's exactly what we should be going down. So we've got the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups there. Coming up after the happiness after difficulty. This could be this part here, and the happiness after difficulty is on, I don't know if I actually talked about the Ten of Cups, but happiness and difficulty after making those choices. That's what it's all about. So once you've made those choices, the choice is to walk away from that and be empowered as you do to walk towards heaven, a heavenly sort of relationship side to life. Absolutely blistering. And then out of that, if you free yourself up, you have the Ace of Cups. So it's like you offering up your heart to the world or the universe, and the universe is meeting you with the same cup, which creates that Two of Cups, which is absolutely really nice. Cancer, I think it's time to move. I think it's time to move within you more than anything else, to make those decisions within you. And by the end of the week, it's time to start putting it into action. And that's going to trigger, I've got to find out what's going on next week. I just can't leave it there because it's triggering by the end of the week. Let's just see where we're sort of going with that in the future. High Priestess, it comes into this intuition. So basically manifesting things. You're going to be manifesting a lot. Going off on a nice journey, on a very passionate cycle that's coming out. I think this is it. By the end of the week, it's really knocking out some really good things for you, Cancer. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you very much for being here. I hope you got the best you could out of this reading. Thank you for joining the Astroflower as well, family. It's a pleasure to have you here. In the meantime, don't forget there is that monthly reading, The Collective. Go and have a look at that. It's amazing. And I will see you soon. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.